It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And here we go. Tonight, the Toronto Raptors facing off against Golden State. And for Golden State, a big point of emphasis. Control the tempo. Push it at your speed. Don't let them slow the game down. And also don't allow yourselves to get rushed, because that's when mistakes happen. Well, the Raptors made the move for Kawhi last season, and it paid off. Kenny, this team looked completely different with him.
Yeah, Kawhi gave them that edge on both sides of the ball, Ernie, not just on the defensive end, but on the offensive end as well. He's a tough-minded player, and that's what a true superstar will do for you.
It also helped that the Raptors boogeyman, LeBron James left
man.
there.
What is that's a
the
boogeyman sound
That's
effect?
the music. And the GM Toronto has done a great job reloading the roster over the years.
Oh, that's the boogeyman in
He's
Toronto.
behind us.
Who's the boogeyman? LeBron.
He's over there. Yeah. You don't see that? All right, forget it.
You ain't right. Kevin Harlan.
The Raptors coming down the tunnel prior to the game. They're prepared to give their Rabbit Home fan base a night to remember. In the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Terrific shot of Nathan Phillips Square here in downtown Toronto. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. DA, take it away.
For a long time, the Raptors playing in Canada was seen by some as a detriment to their competitive prospects. Players dealt with issues like passports, different money, going through customs, and on and on. But now the Raptors use it as a strength, not as a weakness. They have a whole nation behind them. And they have Toronto, a diverse city with global engagement. Kevin?
And the game is going global. You're right. Thank you, DA. You know what, Smitty, tonight we have two teams that love to push the tempo, love the pace. Smitty, do you like the fact the NBA is getting faster?
You know, I like it, Kevin. What I don't like is the coming down and taking a shot, an ill-advised shot. There's nothing wrong with playing fast, getting the ball up the court. If you don't have an advantage or a high percentage shot, just bring it out and run your offense.
Stay within the offense, in other words.
Yep,
right?
stay within the offense.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Russell and Thompson, the perimeter. Green and Cauley Stein are down low. And it's Curry in at the one spot. And for Toronto, Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Powell in at small forward.
The advantage of having a point guard you can trust. Steph Curry has one thing in mind: how can we score?
Russell with a wide open look. That one no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Here's Lowry, and that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Russell dishes to Thompson. Kicks to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And Green gets it to go.
Yeah, good recognition there. Draymond exploits the heart of that defense.
Outside Gasol. VanVleet finds Gasol. Powell with it. Passes it to Siakam. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Russell for the 3. The shot that time not on target. And Toronto will come the other way. Outside Lowry. And there's the pass to Powell. Outside Gasol. Now Van Vliet, guarded by Green. From the arc. Van Vliet can't.
This is a scenario, I'm in your area, this is your definitely. Turn up your stereo, get this jumping like Mario, now you ain't with me. You terrible, I might embarrass you right here in front of your whole family. Hot in Nigeria, this is the year of the beer, leave a hair on the chair so they know we was here. Staring at fear like a deer when the car coming near in the middle of the road, bit of beer. You don't wanna rock with the man, hands off of the grands, counting up bands while I talk to the fans. Knew I could jam, but the top wasn't playing. Now everybody wanna be friends? How you? Said I'm just fine, in the right place, at the wrong time. Said I go crazy, out of my mind. And I think back when daddy wrote down that it might scrape, and it might grind, but you work hard, and it might shine. Let me slow down, switch the time, and quit hiding. Back up, 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 back up.
Yeah. See the crib and ask who did I steal from? Price tags on making the world feel some. They don't have enough to satisfy a real one. Maverick Carter couldn't even get the deal done. Scared to come towards us, gotta run from us. Louisville hush money for my young. Rick Pitino, I take him to in casinos. Stack casinos, get all of you. It's like Primo. Worms, I just opened up a can of those. My mother had a flower shop, but I was Sandra's Rose. Two girls that I like Indiana Jones. I make them walk together like I'm Amber Rose. Yeah, that I gotta up the ante. California girls, sweeter than pieces of candy. Had me all in Nipsey hood to go link up with Sammy. Type of hood where bandanas make a family. Head on a swivel like a but I can never dribble. Life too short, I gotta get it for they blow the whistle. My uncle trying to change my energy with stones and crystals. But it's gonna take more than that for me to control my issues. I wasn't made for no casket or no prison cell. Every title doing numbers like I'm Mr. Dell. Sandra knows I pulled us out of a living. I'm the chosen one, flowers never pick themselves. Want a classic, that's just 10 of these. Crime family like the Genovese. You don't want drama, capiche. My house is full of supermodels just like Muhammad Hadid. I take this too serious, you my comic relief. I find it funny how I keep on talking and commas increase.
A lot going on here in the Queen City. There's Tryon Street in Uptown Charlotte, home of the Hornets. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. And tonight, we've got the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Chicago Bulls. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. And here's the upcoming schedule for Charlotte. On Friday, the Minnesota Timberwolves will come into town. And then on Sunday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's White in at the 1. And for the Hornets, Monk and Batum, the wing. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Rozier in at the 1 spot. Here's Biyombo. That's good, and it's Rozier with the
анонс. Ему пришел конец. Блин.
Assist. Biombo's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Hornets.
And the Bulls last year, Kevin, had a lot of holes in their teams. They struggled on offense as well as defense, and their lack of outside shooting was one of their bigger issues.
Now, here's Markkanen. Back to Levine. Passes it to Porter. 5 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. C-Webb, the Bulls last year, bottom 2 offense in the league.
Yeah, only slightly better than the Knicks. I mean, you know, Kevin, injuries hurt, and they had to suit up 22 different players last year. But overall, this team has a lot of work to do on the offensive end.
The shot by Monk is no good. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Chicago Bulls. Three-pointer, Markkanen. And Rozier pulls it down.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Oh, man, elevating his passing ability. Dimes like this from Rozier help him establish chemistry with his guys.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, James Borrego had a few minutes to share with me. There are few players more gifted athletically than Zach LaVine. Coach made it clear their focus is trying to contain him offensively. Good luck with trying to keep him between the ball and the basket.
All right, thank you, David. And here is Rozier after the three-pointer from Zach LaVine. Here's Monk. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Now Carter out to the wing. They get it back. LaVine kicks to Carter. Outside, Porter from deep. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way. Batum wide open. He fires. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And slam dunk by Kid Gilchrist.
An outstanding rebounder for a wing. Kid Gilchrist making his presence felt at the offensive end.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Well, Jim Boylan, he won the Chicago head coaching job after his interim stint. The fans were unsure of the hire, but the front office believes in him moving forward.
Now here's LaVine. Just 5 on the clock. Outside, White. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Looking here at some numbers for Batum. How he did last season. Put up about 9 points per. 5 rebounds and 3 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
And for Boylan, Chris, he's been a bit demanding on his roster.
Yeah, Kevin, it's going to be tough. He's tasked with molding this young Bulls core. I mean, the front office wanted a hard-nosed coach. They believe they found their guy with Boylan's approach.
Cody Zeller's checked in for Charlotte. And the Bulls making a change also. Young's checked in. White, left block shot on the way. From down low. Fades away. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Bulls shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And that one falls to White. And the official start of the season, Chris. Is there any opening day for you that sticks out in the many years you played in the NBA?
One opening game, and I don't remember who we played, but I know it was with Allen Iverson. And AI and I had meetings before the season, and we were talking about just how much we wanted to win. We knew we were coming up on the end of our careers, or I remember never entering a preseason with so much hope because I knew that he was in, I knew that I was in, and we knew that we both wanted it so bad. So I think we both scored 30 or did something crazy like that. I don't remember, but coming out with him that preseason was so special because I knew we were going to set the tone for how our team was going to play, and we were engaged that year.
Now here's White. Nicholas Batum unable to get his shot to go. Right side, Markkanen. Back to White. From the top of the key. Great D that time from Batum.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Now, here is Young. A second chance effort, and the layup is up and in.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Harris outside. Zeller trying to free himself up. Misses the layup. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Shot's good from Young. Young's got his second basket.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Williams, that's good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Satoransky's checked in for Levine, and it's done in for White. Now here's Valentine. Pass to Satoransky, back to Valentine. Here's Hutchison. He's guarded by Williams. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. And Young comes over to help. Plays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
Chicago trailing here. Now the pass to Valentine. Young inside. He's covered by Zeller. Pass to Valentine. Fires from deep. That shot missing. Now Charlotte takes it the other way.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Williams. Second shot opportunity. Count it.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now that's what makes him dangerous when scoping out opportunities on the offensive glass.
Passes it to Valentine. Now Young. From past the arc. The shot by Satoransky, no good. Here's Bridges, and the shot is good.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Now, here's Dunn, and that concludes the first quarter of play. Hornets on top as they dominate the last minutes of the quarter on an 8-0 run. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center.
I got
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Bulls trail by 5. So for Chicago right now, they've got Young. Thomas Satoransky is out there with Chris Dunn. Then there's Valentine. And it's Hutchinson in at the power forward position. Hornets with the rebound.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Bridges kicks to Williams. No good from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
That one goes in. Bridges has got the lead up to 5 now for the Hornets.
Well, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Valentine passes to Dunn. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I love the mentality of Dunn, looking to score as often as he can from the painted area.
Hornets leading by 3. Harris up top, defended by Young. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Come on, man. The concentration that Batum has had on these and one plays is amazing. He's used to finishing through physical contact.
And the versatile wing, Nick Batum, wants a do-it-all scorer, but Greg, he's started to take less of an active role in offenses lately.
And Batum has been asked to do less volume scoring, but it's helped his efficiency as a player. Now past 30 years of age, you could see his role on teams being similar to that of Andre Iguodala's as he ages in the league.
Well, free throw dropped for Batum. Chris, of the guys you went against and played against, who would have benefited from today's style of play the most?
Oh, man, I got a few names. Billy Owens. Billy Owens, to me, was a guy like a Kevin Durant. No, he couldn't shoot like that, but he did everything on the floor for us there in Golden State. And I think in today, an open game for him where he could get going, oh, man, that would just be incredible. I also think of a guy like Detlef Schrempf. He could post up, he could pop and pick, he could shoot the ball deep, he could shoot off the dribble, finish on the break, whatever you wanted, he could give it to you that way. And I think for both guys, that size, that sweet spot, 6'7", 6'8", but played like a little bit of a guard, those two guys come to mind.
And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. And he gets it to go. And it's a 10-point Hornets lead.
That's the awareness that Kid Gilchrist has. Out there. Excellent at knowing where the open man is.
Done with it. Young, right side. They need this. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. Here's Kid Gilchrist. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. 6 points for Michael Kid Gilchrist.
And Kid Gilchrist is very good at finishing through physical contact. In fact, he welcomes the challenge of hitting these shots over the defense.
And here's Valentine for 3. That shot misses. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Back to Monk. Trying to find Hernan Gomez. To him, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Chicago calls timeout.
And after watching Willie Hernangomez, play a few seasons, it is clear he has skills on the offensive end. It's the rest of his game that needs a little bit of rounding out.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Markkanen, he's checked in for Young. Porter comes in for Valentine. Levine's checked in for Satoransky. And it's White in for Dunn. And it's White missing. As you mentioned, Hernangomez is a good option, Chris, for points at the center spot, but defensively still a work in progress.
Yeah, he has the potential to be a starting center at some point. You see the flashes on defense and with rebounding, but he'll just be a spot-up player until he can be a difference maker in those areas on a nightly basis.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hannu Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Here is Porter. After the basket by Charlotte, here's Markkanen on the money from 12 feet away. Markkanen's got his first points in this one.
Now, when the mid-range J is going in, it helps Markkanen with his three-point shot too, forcing defenders to respect both.
Here's Rozier, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with Greg, I think, a chip on his shoulder.
The story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, the big question heading into the offseason for the Hornets was if they'd keep Kemba Walker.
Yeah, you're right, GA, and it seemed unlikely for Kemba to stay, and that was the case. Losing a leader like him hurts, but now this team can rebuild from the ground up.
Porter outside. Chicago with a new 14. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
I love the aggressive mind state Markkanen brings to the glass. He wants to get every rebound he can.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, and with Lauri Markkanen, you know you're going to get shooting from his spot. Great release and has been efficient from range since his rookie year.
Now, here's Rozier. He has 6. A nice shot by Zeller. Zeller's got 6 points.
This offense just continues to impress.
We've got 1:23 left in the first half of basketball. Chris, with Markkanen, the shooting frees up the rest of his offensive game.
Yeah, and he's better than you think at going to the rim. He doesn't blow by anyone, but has the length and the hops on his drives to get a solid look while on the move.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Trailing by 19. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Beyond the arc, and Porter is good for 3.
When Porter first came into the league, he didn't have this shot. Now he's a knockdown perimeter shooter.
Rozier against White. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, yeah, Kevin, last season was not a successful one for the Bulls. I mean, they had the 5th worst record in the NBA, although it got them a nice draft pick. But it was another step in a long rebuilding process.
That's good from Rozier.
Oh, the fearlessness by Rozier. That's what helps him earn the trip to the stripe.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Williams, he's checked in for Biyombo. Miles Bridges comes in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And Harris subbed in for Malik Monk. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Chicago. The 11-footer, Bridges with the board. Hornets leading by 18. In the corner, it's Harris. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Как играть?
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point. And that's all.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Nice game. Great performance by Terry Rozier.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
Yeah, Greg, and that's somewhat of a surprise. I mean, but he's been really patient and unselfish.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Hornets, Rozier and Monk, they're the backcourt. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Batum, and at the 3, the small forward. Monk, no one around him, drains the wing trade. Monk's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Hornets. Carter for 3. He can't get that one to fall. And the Hornets now going the other way.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Bulls trail by 21. Porter dishes to Markkanen. Kicks it to Levine. Back to Markkanen. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. The tray. And again, Chicago. No good.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, because it's so hard to prevent transition scores. Whenever you get an opportunity to get out.
Hopped out of my fields and sit on 10 toes. Then got it. It's all mental, all in your head every time. Snow on that road, but I still don't slip. Moonwalk like Mike Jack through all that. If the sky falls, I bet I catch it. It's destiny. Ooh, don't mind me, I'm out here doing what I'm supposed to. I need a check. Can't hear you from in the sky, cause I've been going. Need it back wherever we at next.
nobody, you know what I'm saying? Nobody thought I would be right here though, you know. And make a difference in me and you. You was supposed to be here. I wasn't supposed to be in this.
Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Our game tonight featuring the Toronto Raptors as they go up against the Golden State Warriors. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, the Toronto Raptors rolled the dice last season and gambled on acquiring Kawhi Leonard. They knew it could be just a one-year rental, with Leonard able to be a free agent in 2019. But Kevin, after winning the 2019 NBA title, anything else is gravy.
The first title in franchise history, DA, is such a huge moment for the team, city, and the country of Canada. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Russell and Thompson, the perimeter. Green and Cauley-Stein are down low. And it's Curry in at the point. And for the Raptors, Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Powell in at the 3 spot.
Well, for so long, the Warriors have been a great shooting team. I don't see that changing as long as Steph and Clay are pulling on jerseys for the Dubs. You think about the Splash Brothers backcourt, their unselfish style of play, sharing the ball. This team has represented good to great over the last 5 years in a way no other team has.
Good work there as it goes.
And the floor vision from Curry right there, setting up his teammates, sharing the ball.
Pass to Powell. Now Siakam. Passes to Powell. From deep three-point range, Cauley-Stein grabs the board. And the Warriors last year, Brent, top 3 in three-point shooting once again.
How about that? The 5th straight year that they've been a top 3 team from the three-point line. And not really much of a surprise given their shooting prowess. Some of their attempts would be bad shots, Kevin, quite frankly, for any other team. But that's elite marksmanship from Golden State.
No good from Gasol.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Count the basket.
Now, Draymond Green, we know he plays with attitude and he plays with force. His teammates appreciate. The unselfish approach he has.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Warriors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Thompson dishes to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. Chalk up 2 there.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And the Raptors with the ball. 8-point game. Outside Lowry. The pass to Powell. And here is Gasol. He's covered by Thompson. Looking to end the run. Gasol kicks to Powell. Over Thompson. And the Raptors miss again.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Russell with it. Gasol covering, and that one drops.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from it.
I turned 5, I got baptized. We were living up a college bar. Midnight, heard the playing football at Far Park. Christian Park where your mama get the fine. The story of my life. Way before I ever wrote a rhyme. Have you ever Looking at my kids through the blinds. Confinement mind. How you feeling when you face a dime? The truth be told, I'm supposed to be locked up in the mind of an old white man, hit a black man's soul.
Hey, I'm just gonna act surprised like everybody else. We did it! I knew we could. Yeah, thank God we did it. I knew we could. Hey, guess what? We did it. I'm feeling good. It's time to get it and feed the hood. Oh yeah, we did it. I knew we could. Nah, for real. We ball for real. Can't fall for real. Up so long, got folk thinking I'm tall for real. I give the spill, then break the mill. Used to walk around with a big old head, little bill. Here we go now, oh my. On the road like roll tight, but I'm with them bulldogs. They been here the whole time. How can I just cross sides? Never gonna get off sides. Making power moves.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. We'll see the Golden State Warriors matched up against the defending NBA champions, the Toronto Raptors. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. We've got Barry. Thompson is out there with Curry. Then there's Chamberlain, and it's Mullen in at the small forward.
Wow, what an easy look Kyle Lowry creates for his teammates. One of the best setup men in the entire league.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Here's Chamberlain. And no good, trying to use the glass.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front. Of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
And this is the key. In this game, you've got to be able to move your feet to be successful on the defensive end.